Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of the podcast where we talk all things film and television in real time. My name is Ryan, and I work in the film and television industry.
And I'm Noah, a sports broadcaster. Today we're talking about the Mando and Grogu final trailer, the brand new day synopsis, the first synopsis that came out today, Ryan. And also we're playing a very fun game at the end. Ryan, how was your week?
You mentioned it before we started. I watched so many movies again this week. I don't know, maybe it's a mix of this podcast and just like my following on social media growing that I feel like I have to watch a ton of movies, but also I want to. Like I'm more into watching movies right now than I've ever been in my life, and this has always been my thing. So that's a good thing, I think.
It's a good time. It's a good time to be watching as many movies. So how many in the past week?
Let me pull up my letterbox. So I've watched. So when did we record the last podcast on the?
Let's just say if
I watched.
Let's just call it Wednesday. Last Wednesday.
On Wednesday the 11th. Okay, So since then I watched Hamnet for the first time. I mean, obviously it's kind of new, but it was one of the few Oscar-nominated movies I haven't seen. Heartbreakingly beautiful. I mean, that movie has lingered in my brain. It's heartbreaking. Crime 101, the new Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Avengers Assemble, Mark Ruffalo movie. Went in theaters, saw that. I saw this old Hitchcock movie, Rope. I went back to the theaters. I saw Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, the Sam Rockwell movie. It was fine. Didn't love it. Also, though, I can see why people do really like it. It just wasn't for me. I watched The Housemaid. I thought I was going to hate it, and it was actually a lot of fun. Not like great filmmaking by any means, but like a really good time.
Heard the book's good.
Yeah, Ben was reading the book when he came to visit me. Ben came to visit me last weekend, which was really fun. Oh, that would be 2 weekends ago, so we talked about that. I watched Blade Runner 2049. Have you seen Blade Runner 2049?
No, but I know Aaron loves it, and I know I should see it. I know.
The knee, I mean.
Wait, you've seen the original?
Yeah, I did not like the original, to be clear. I didn't hate it. I respect a lot of the technological advancements and like the special effects that it did, but like I did not like the story. So that's why I put off watching the new one for a bit, but it's so good. Oh my God. It could be a 5-star movie upon rewatch. I watched Shithouse, which is like this indie film from 2020 about like a kid in college as a freshman in college. And it was really incredible. Related a lot to the main character. It's probably like the most realistic depiction of college life I've seen. I watched Promising Young Woman, and last night I watched Paths of Glory, a Kubrick movie, which was also absolutely incredible. So I have on this list between Shithouse, Blade Runner 2049, and Paths of Glory 3 4.5-star movies, and it's pretty incredible. So
there you go. You're choosing them right.
I'm very I don't know about you, but I'm very reserved with my 5-star movies.
Yeah. No, I definitely am as well. And then I know you said you saw 3 billboards. We didn't really get into that. We don't really need to get too deep into that, but I love that movie. That's such a great movie. So you saw 2 Rockwell. You saw 2.
Yeah.
Rockwell.
I saw 3 billboards before the Wednesday though, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
But yes, 2 Rockwell and 2 Frances McDormand, because I didn't say this because I've seen it before, but I also rewatched Fargo. I put on at work in the background. So yeah. Fargo's incredible. Have you seen Fargo?
I haven't. Another movie that I know. That's one where we were about to start it and then something happened. But
I think you would love Fargo. It's so
Coen Brothers, right?
Yeah. Did you watch anything?
Since Send Help, which like we talked about last week on the podcast, I loved. I have not watched a new movie. I started a new show. Have you seen that 70s show?
I have not seen that 70s show, but it's been recommended to me so many times.
Yeah, started that, watched a couple episodes. I could tell I'm really going to like it. Watched some Olympics. I just watched the U.S. team defeat Sweden in the quarterfinal onto the semifinals. And the women of the United States are playing in the gold game tomorrow against Canada, which will hopefully be the gold game in men's as well. So that's pretty fun. In terms of movies, I got to get on my grind as well, I guess. Well, what's coming up for you? What's coming up?
What movies are coming up?
Yeah, do you have any plan to watch this coming week?
Well, I might go see the Glenn Powell, How to Make a Killing, but I did buy tickets to go see a week early Project Hail Mary, not this
Whoa.
weekend, but in 2 weekends, in 70 millimeter IMAX. I've never seen a movie in 70 millimeter yet. So, um, yeah, I got me and one more ticket. I was like, I'll find someone to take this ticket, and I definitely did. I found someone pretty quick. And yeah, but I messed up because I'm gonna see it at 4 o'clock on Sunday the 15th or whatever, and the
Mhm.
Oscars is at 7, so I'll have to miss the beginning part of the Oscars. But whatever.
Ooh, with Conan too, back to back years for
I know.
him.
I think I maybe I'll record and just skip through the uh, commercials. I don't know.
That's valid. You'll find the monologue on YouTube like an hour after, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I care less about the monologue, more about the movies.
I am such an Oscars monologue guy. Like I know, and I know it's weird. I know it's niche, whatever. And I know obviously we're going to be talking way more about the actual awards and about, I'm sure, our guy Timothy Chalamet and everything than the monologue. But my roommate Brendan and I in college, we literally would go year by year from 1990 on with all the Billy Crystal monologues, and we would just um, daily. We got into a groove where daily we were just ripping Billy Crystal Oscars monologues. I that's one of my niche things where I'm just
I,
so obsessed with that, and I love Conan too.
yeah, I'll check them out. I do like the monologues too, but I feel like I just really have watched like the recent ones. But you're right. I feel like I'd really enjoy going back in time and seeing the banter back then and like how people
Amazing.
interacted at Oscar ceremonies. So maybe I'll do that this week. That'll be good.
And also, I thought about it this week because of course, Robert Duvall, the actor, passed away at the age of 95, which is very sad. And Billy Crystal, in one of his songs, he would, just to spoil it a little bit, he would do songs in every at the very end, and so iconic. But there was one line where he said, "And put Duvall in Godfather 4" because he wasn't in Godfather 3. It's so good. Yeah. Every watch, even if you just watch the Billy Crystal ones, there are 4 or 5 of them. They're all iconic. They're all peak. So great.
I will definitely do that. Um, let's get to it. Let's get to it. And I think the biggest piece of news that we have this week is we touched on it a bit last week that we were hopefully going to get a trailer soon after the abysmal Super Bowl trailer, if you could even call it that. But we finally got our Mandalorian and Grogu full trailer. We had the teaser before, and then we had the Super Bowl teaser. Now we got a little bit more to dig our teeth into. Noah, what did you think about this trailer?
I would really love to be one on one with Favreau or even Filoni and ask, guys, do you think it was worth the $8 to $10 million for the Super Bowl, whatever it was that we got? And I understand it was an ode to a Super Bowl commercial and whatever. But like, yeah, there we go. Like that was a trailer. That was it was good. That was the best content we've gotten for Mando and Grogu so far, in my opinion. That was better than the first trailer, the teaser trailer that we got. We saw Pedro Pascal. He's clearly made it to set after not making it to set in season 3. That's a nice surprise. We saw I don't know if you we saw Embo, the bounty hunter from the Clone Wars. He's going to be in it in live action, of course. We saw someone else who I'm sure we'll get into. But the point is, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really cool. It was fun. We still don't exactly know the plot, but it felt fun. It was refreshing, and I don't know. It doesn't have me extremely optimistic, like oh, this is definitely going to be great, but it definitely got me in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm exactly on the same page as you, honestly. It was fun. I don't think we're going to leave this movie and be like, that was boring. That was terrible, terrible. I do think there's a chance we leave the movie and we're like, was that necessary? You know what I mean? Is it just another season of Mandalorian? Like, why did we have to go to the theater and see this big movie? Um, but yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good stuff in that. I still don't really know the story or like what the gist is. A lot of it seemed very similar to like, oh, I got to keep Baby Yoda safe or Grogu safe, that we see in every season of Mandalorian. But yeah, who is the additional person you said R2D2? Are you talking about?
No,
Or
so I mean, we were talking about the upcoming Spielberg movie this summer. We were talking about all these amazing directors coming out with movies. We didn't even mention or talk about the new Martin Scorsese movie.
oh, 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 oh. Duh. Yeah, yeah. Martin Scorsese cameo in the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. He's
He's an
like,
alien.
yeah, he's an alien, but
I don't
well,
know what
he's
species.
like working at a stand or
Yeah.
something like that. And yes, I posted on my story. It's like absolute cinema.
That's
So
Star
funny.
Wars. Did you see Star Wars tweeted that? They count?
Oh, they did? No
Yeah, the
way.
Star Wars account tweeted Absolute Cinema. Martin Scorsese is in the cast, and yeah.
It's funny that he's like anti Marvel, but will do the Mandalorian TV show that was a Disney Plus show for 3 seasons prior to having its little movie. Anyway,
Yeah, it is
can't
funny.
get him. He's the
I,
goat.
I love Marty. Um, I was arguing with a college friend, or actually maybe two college friends of mine in the group in our group chat, where they were saying the floor for this movie is like a 2 out of 10, and I strongly disagree with that because I think even with Mando season 3, it was much better than a 2 out of 10. Like I think I don't think the floor is that low for the movie, and even though I think we've both agreed it was going to be around a 6 out of 10, that's where we're both at right now with our mindsets. I really don't. I think the floor is like a 5, and me. I don't know what the ceiling is, but I don't know. I don't think the movie can be bad and lame. Like we're walking out of it like it's not a fun time. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's where my mind's at.
No, no, I agree. I do not see a world where we do not enjoy moments of the film.
Yep.
As for if you leave the movie and you're like, okay, this was a story that I felt needed to be told, that might be where people are like, this was unnecessary. You know what I mean? And it's not like we have any glimpse at the plot from anything we've seen so far, besides rehashing plot points that we've seen before of Mando protecting Grogu and them going on an adventure and whatever it may be. Um, and like their little banter and him being the dad and so I love that stuff. I love seeing Mandalorian. I love seeing Grogu. So I'm sure, especially you and me, will have fun with it. Um, but yeah, I don't know, like you said, how high that ceiling can go because there's nothing that has made it feel necessary in any ways.
I think, regardless of quality of movie, we can already say or our opinion, or my opinion, is that it's not needed in terms of like the story. I don't think it's a story that needs to be told on the big screen. We got 3 seasons of TV. Two of them I thought were great. One of them fell off a bit, and yeah, I think I love Rogue One. I'm a Rogue One defender. I think it's a really good movie. It's also another movie that technically didn't need to be told. Now we got Andor because of that, and that was a elite show and everything. So I'm very very happy it was done. But I don't know. I don't think every story needs to be told. However, if it's good quality, we need a Star Wars movie in theaters that's good after the sequel trilogy, after Solo and everything. So like Star Wars needs that, I feel like. But I don't think it's a story that needs to be told because again, I think it's just gonna be another Mando and Grogu go on an adventure, and I don't think it's gonna be that compelling. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe I didn't totally word it correctly, but I'm kind of on the same page. Like, what I'm trying to say is, I think no story. I mean, there's stories that need to be told, but there's a ton of examples of movies that could be a TV show but are a movie instead, and vice versa. So maybe that's not necessarily what I meant, but more so, everything that I've seen so far from it, I've seen already. Like
Yeah.
it's like, do I need another television season of Mandalorian and Grogu? It's the same thing. Do you need
Yep.
another television season of it? Do you need another movie of it? Regardless, no, if it's going to be the same exact thing that you've seen before. You know what I mean? How much more story can you tell between the Mandalorian and Grogu? So if they have a unique story and the story they tell fits into the model of a movie and it's something different, then I'm all for it. And if it's not, hopefully I still have fun with it. But I might leave the theater just being like, well, that just that was like there were fun moments and fun bits and like some cool action and some good banter, but like what was that? You know what I mean? Like why tell that story? What more did I gain from watching that?
Well,
Whether
yeah,
that's a movie or a TV show.
yeah, and if it, but if it was I think we talked about this last episode or the episode prior. If it was the culmination, the crossover movie with Ahsoka, with Mando, with Boba, with like whoever you want to pull in there from the Mando verse, from the Filoni verse, I guess, post Clone Wars, um, that would be like I feel like that would be needed. That could be, oh, okay, this is like a needed story. Like I really really want to see this in theaters. This is a story that needs to be told after after the shows. Let's combine into one big movie, but we're not getting that. We're getting just season 4 in movie form. I think. Again, could be wrong. You never know. We don't know anything. So
You're right. What if the second half of this movie we've seen nothing from, and it ends up having all those characters and ends up being
maybe.
that crossover we always wanted? Favreau kind of said this is the culmination of his work on the Star Wars universe, so that's a perfect example of a storyline that could happen in this movie that is like, okay, that's why we did this. You know what I mean? Like that. How awesome would that be? I don't want to even think about it though because I'm 85, 89, 91, 93% sure that it's not happening.
93 is the number you're settling on.
Yeah, 93.
Okay.
What do you? What do you think? There's a chance that they're all in it.
I'm at 95 of not.
Yeah. I could see there being an Ahsoka cameo, like
Yeah.
or something like that, but it's not going to be this big, like, Endgame style Star Wars
No,
movie.
and it doesn't even need to. It doesn't need to for it to be a good movie. Like I just want it to be good, man. We need a good quality Star Wars movie in theaters. We've gotten some good episodes of TV since The Rise of Skywalker. Um, but since Rogue One, since 2016, it's literally been 10 years since we've gotten, and some people don't even like Rogue One, but
It's such a good movie.
I agree. We're on the same page there. But in my opinion, and I think your opinion, we haven't gotten a good Star Wars movie in theaters in 10 years, and that's a long time. So I think it's needed. And then if that fails, then hopefully Starfighter's good.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Starfighter, as you know. So
All right, should we move on to Marvel?
let's do it. Let's swap to the other Disney-owned
So
franchise.
this podcast is not sponsored by Disney. So we got a synopsis for Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out July 31st of this year. No trailer yet. No trailer yet, but we have our first synopsis. Um, are you ready?
I am ready.
4 years have gone by since we last caught up with our friendly neighborhood hero. Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man is at the top of his game keeping New York City safe. Things are going well for our anonymous hero until an unusual trail of crimes pulls him into a web, I see what they did there, of mystery larger than he's ever faced before. In order to take on what's ahead, Spider-Man not only needs to be at the top of his physical and mental game, but he must also be prepared to face the repercussions of his past.
It's like the best
Yeah.
Spider-Man movie synopsis that I've not that I've heard other ones, but like if that's the movie and like the movie captures what that synopsis is, that's peak. You
Yeah.
agree? I mean, I can
So,
tell from your
so I think it's great. I sent it to Aaron, and he immediately responded, "So it's the Batman." And I was like, "Well, no, because it's like if it's the Batman, but nobody knows he's Bruce Wayne, and even Alfred doesn't know he's Bruce Wayne, and he literally has nobody for 4 years. So I understand why he thinks it sounds a little bit similar, but no, it's also I don't know. I think it's and also he's obsessed with Batman. And the Batman's a great movie, so
look.
I think it's
Spider-Man wears a mask. He's supposed to be this
yeah
hero that people don't know who he is, and the MCU did something very different with the character. And I love John Watts' MCU movies from Homecoming all the way through to Far From Home, right? Sorry, all the way through to No Way Home, but including Far From Home. And they kind of take a different approach from Toby and Andrew's Spider-Man movies in making it almost like a high school drama, um, pulling on different tropes from like the '90s and things like that. and building this cast of characters around him. And in doing that, it's something that distinguished itself very different from Toby and Andrew, which I think was needed because you can't do the same thing again. But now we're at a point, right, where everyone does know who Spider-Man is. So it's kind of a little bit of a fresh restart for the character. And you get to see Spider-Man, who's now a little bit more mature, who doesn't need all the technology and all the heroes that were helping him out in the past. He was always helped by Iron Man or Strange or Mysterio or whoever it was. Now he's totally on his own. All he has is his little apartment, and he's a bit older, and you get to see a Spider-Man go out and be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, like it said in that. I mean, that is amazing. And like people said, those first three movies function as an origin story for him to get to be the superhero that he is in this movie, hopefully. Um, and yeah, I mean, that it sounds incredible. I can't wait. I really can't wait. And I think they are trying to nail this trailer because they know how what they have on their hands, and I think they know it's incredible.
Yeah, you said that perfectly with the three movies acting as the origin story, which I think was done so well. And of course, you have the great power coming with great responsibility line in No Way Home said by Aunt May right before she dies, and that's his, canon moment, if you want to call it that. And then he's consoled by the other. That movie's incredible. Can we give Homecoming some love, by the way? We know what um, our bestie, no, I'm kidding, with Andrew, what he thinks with the Escape podcast, and there's been some, negative Homecoming discourse, kind of led by him or whatever. But
You watched it more than me. He doesn't like Homecoming.
yeah, no, he hates
Oh,
Homecoming
I love Homecoming.
because he says his take is that Spider-Man doesn't do anything cool and he doesn't face any consequences, and he's not supposed to like being a superhero. He's supposed to be cursed by being a superhero, and he's supposed to like not like enjoy school. But I thought it was, I thought it was such a great representation of Spider-Man. I thought the fact that he was trying, and he kept getting beat up and he kept failing. It was kind of that hero's journey from a high
Hmm.
school student perspective. Like I thought it was so well done. I love Homecoming.
And he's living in a world unlike Toby and Andrews, where there's already all these superheroes all around, and it's like he wants to be a good person, and he gets these powers, and he's like, okay, like it's my responsibility to use them in the right way, but he just can't figure out how to do that. And yeah, like we said, that's what those whole first three movies serve as. But I love Homecoming, like a John Hughes type
Mhm.
superhero movie. Come
Yep.
on, that's awesome.
And also the way the trilogy ends is so beautiful, and it's maybe the most Spider-Man scene that we ever get, where after no one knows who Peter is, he walks into that coffee shop and he sees the bump on MJ's forehead, and he makes the decision, even though he promised her that he was gonna let her know who he is and remind her, and she's with Ned in the coffee shop. And then he makes the decision to leave her because he realizes that her life is in danger by being around him, and he makes the unselfish decision. Sorry, that's Leia. Unselfish decision to walk away from the woman he loves. Um, and who knows? She might be in Brand New Day. I forgot if that was revealed already. If Ned's
I
going to
think
be
she is.
okay, so we'll see what that's going to be about. We'll see if they undo that, which I kind of hope they don't, but I'm sure they will. Whatever. But the point is, I just think that is so great going from Homecoming because he would never have done that with Liz. He would never to the way he matured, the lessons he learned from Aunt May, from both Spider-Man, from
Tony.
even yeah, from Tony, of course. Culminating into that decision, which is out of all the scenes in that movie, I think that's the best scene in the movie, which is crazy because that's a movie full of peak scenes, but it's so amazing. So I think going from that, and then now we're right into swinging in New York City with the new suit, with the Palpatine figurine to remind him of Ned. Um, I'm so excited. I'm very excited.
And you're getting that like band of heroes. I don't know if you saw this in like leaked merch, bunch of different heroes. I mean, sorry, band of villains, bunch of different villains like Sinister Six esque maybe, um, and you're finally getting that story of Spider-Man kind of having his hands full trying to deal with all these different uh, problems in New York City. And, you know, Punisher's going to be in it. Hulk's going to be in it. I hope they don't, play a similar role that like Strange or Tony did or Fury in the other movies, but I don't think they will. I think the MCU's at a point where it is a fully populated world with heroes all over the place, and I think they know better than to do that mentor mentee type relationship again.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Question: repercussions from his past.
Mm.
Is that MJ Ned, or is that maybe Scorpion, played by Michael Mando, or what do we think that is? Because I think it might be Scorpion.
Yeah, I was gonna lean towards the other opposite, but yeah, I forgot Scorpion's probably in it. I think there's gonna be a bunch of those villains that have some sort of tie-in to Spider-Man and some animosity against him. Maybe Shocker, who was in the first one. Maybe
I just love the Michael Keaton line. You shocker, you shock things.
yeah, and shock things. Oh, when he gives that look in the back of the car, Keaton.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway,
amazing.
we talked enough about Homecoming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be more based on the villains than his decision to not tell MJ or Ned. Yeah, I agree. What role do you think Hulk is going to play in the story?
I have no idea.
That's my biggest confusion because like Punisher can make sense. He's in the city and his ideology is so different from Peter's. How he handles bad guys versus how Peter does. But what type of role is Hulk going to play?
I'm trying to think. Forgot if they did not interact in Endgame.
No.
I mean, I believe this is happening as the events of Doomsday happen. I think I read that somewhere. We don't know for sure.
No clue.
But if that's the case, that would just mean that that's why Hulk isn't in Doomsday, is because that he's dealing with the situation in New York.
You don't have to give me an answer. It's a tough question. I mean,
No,
I don't know. That's the part of the movie that just kind of slightly rubs me the wrong way, like I was saying before, because it's like he must be there for a reason. Because the other thing I was going to say is I really trust Daniel Destin Cretton.
Yep.
We both love Wonder Man, but I mean, Shang-Chi is, I think, one of the best Marvel movies that's come out. That's come out in since Endgame. I love it, especially the action from it. And I don't know if you remember, there were some of those leaked set photos of them doing like actual swinging, practical swinging with Spider-Man, with Tom Holland as Spider-Man, like on the tank and stuff. And I'm just think that this could be such peak action, because that is a criticism that John Watts movies get a little bit, is that his like swinging isn't as good, or like, you're not seeing it's just a little bit not as grounded, especially with all the tech. So I'm excited to see more of that Spider-Man on the ground, hand-to-hand combat that I definitely think we'll get. And that's why having someone like Hulk in the movie kind of feels like it's the opposite direction of that. But anyway,
maybe they're just trying to get him back to being badass. So this is their way of showing, hey, for Secret Wars, Hulk is going to be peak.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
You know what's funny? You know what I just remembered? Do you remember the after credit scene of Homecoming, not the Steve Rogers looking at the camera talking one?
Yeah, with Scorpion.
Yeah. So in that scene, I literally just remember this right now. In that scene, Scorpion asks Vulture who Spider-Man is, trying to know, like, he's trying to find out who he is, and then he says, if I already knew him, he'd be dead. So great job by Vulture, great job by Michael Keaton's character, not revealing that he's Peter Parker. But I just thought of the fact that doesn't even matter anymore.
No, it doesn't matter. But it added some,
because even if he told him, it wouldn't. So no, maybe they.
But then he shows up in the post-credit scene of Morbius.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true.
I don't know. It's like the worst scene I've ever seen in my life.
Awful.
I don't even know if I finished the movie, but I've seen that scene.
Wait, anyway. What was the line again? It was like something about Spider-Man, I think.
Yeah, something about Spider-Man, I think. Yeah, something. It's the stupidest. Like, how is that?
So
Oh my god. Anyway, I don't even want to think about it.
that's
So
brutal.
yeah, anything else you want to say about Brand New Day?
No, I'm excited for that trailer. That first trailer, that'll unless something else comes that we're not really expecting, that'll be our first trailer we watch together and react to and put that up on YouTube. So I'm excited for that.
Yes. So I'm excited for that. Um, yeah, let's get to our game. You want to explain it to everyone?
Sure. So essentially, we are going to be saying movie names, or I guess we could throw in some shows if you want.
Let's
Back
do
in
movies. Let's do all
Okay,
movies.
just movies? Cool. So we're going to be throwing movie names back and forth to each other based on the actor or actress that we're thinking of. So, for example, if I said The Martian, Ryan could say Matt Damon, and then he could say The Departed. So he's using that actor or actress and then saying a different movie that they're in. So, yeah,
And we're not going to repeat movies nor actors or actresses.
correct.
Want to kick us off with a movie, Noah?
Sure. Ooh, no pressure. Can't replicate. Okay, I'm gonna do send help. Oh, so I guess I'll say the actors do. So Rick.
No, you just do. Send
Okay,
help.
send help. Send help.
Or send help. Sure. Uh, let's do Rachel McAdams, Doctor Strange, and the Multiverse of Madness.
Ooh, okay, okay. So Charlize Theron, Mad Max Fury Road.
That's so funny. Um, because she's in the post-credit scene.
Yep.
Multiverse of Madness. All right. Have not seen Mad Max, by the way.
I haven't either. But I know the other one
Tom
is
Hardy. Let's go for. Let's do Dunkirk.
Ooh, easy. I'm gonna go Eternals.
Yeah, Harry Styles.
Harry Styles Eternals.
I'm gonna go for. Ooh, could do the obvious one and do an Angelina Jolie movie, or
Maybe one we talked about last week.
I could say Barry Keoghan, which is who I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna say Saltburn, which I
Oh,
also haven't seen.
who was the woman in that?
I don't know who the woman is.
Oh, wait. Well, do you know someone else in that movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then Saltburn. Should I?
Yeah, I can give you a hint. He's nominated for Best Supporting Actor right now.
Nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Supporting actor.
Or I can just take the win and we can restart.
Skarsgård? No, right?
Oh, no. I don't think so, at least.
Not Coleman Domingo. He's not.
No.
Is something I've seen this year?
I don't know if you've seen it, but you definitely know about it.
Can we read it?
I got you.
Yes. Oh, that's so early.
Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein.
Huh?
Jacob Elordi. He's the main guy in Saltburn with Barry Keoghan.
Oh, I haven't seen anything from Elordi.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'll start with the movie. Let's do one more round.
Okay, yeah. One more round.
Yeah. Let's do Interstellar.
Okay.
You're not going to beat me at this game.
The Martian. Using Mr. Damon.
Using Matt Damon.
Yep.
Sebastian Stan's in The Martian.
Yes.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan. And okay, you're not going to know anyone from this movie. So I'm going to
Is it The Apprentice?
Avengers Endgame.
Oh, okay. Well, that's as tough because I can go so many directions.
Yeah.
But
It's harder for me because you could choose the most obscure actor.
No. I'm gonna do Lost in Translation using ScarJo.
Ooh, I don't know.
Okay, I'll redo it then. I'll redo it. I thought you would know.
I mean, it could count, I guess.
No, but I don't want it to end this early.
Yeah.
So I'll do. Deadpool and Wolverine using Chris Evans.
That's fine. All right, let's do Les Mis using Hugh Jackman,
Ooh, okay. Gladiator
using Russell Crowe.
using Russell Crowe. Yeah.
All right. See, that's tough.
Wait, that is tough. Wait.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can do it.
Oh no, it's not tough. It's not tough.
No, it's not tough.
It's not, it's not tough.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
And let's do. I'm trying to think of someone else that I. Yeah, let's do Joker.
Okay. Okay. Give me. I can go so many different directions. Um, I'll go Goodfellas with De Niro.
Using De Niro.
Yeah.
Wow, since I've seen Goodfellas. Al Pacino's in Goodfellas, right?
No.
No, no, no. Who's the other?
You want me to tell you?
No.
I'll give you one. One.
Yeah.
Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci, right? Um,
Great movie.
I can't even think of another Joe Pesci movie. I've seen so many. Oh, isn't he in The Irishman?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
all. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll go The Godfather with Pacino.
Okay. Then I will go Robert Duvall, and I'll go for uh you haven't seen Apocalypse Now.
I
Have you?
have I
You
know
have?
I have not, but I know who's in the I know who's in it.
I'll do sure. Apocalypse Now.
Let me double check.
Okay.
I don't want to come off. I think he's in the movie.
Oh yeah, you definitely know people in this movie.
No, I do. The one who I was thinking of is not.
Oh, here, I'll give you another one because you gave me a little pass. Let's just
Okay.
do Godfather 2.
Okay, that works.
Robert Duvall.
For Duvall.
If that counts, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, sure. He's in the last scene of the whole movie, so I'm gonna go with Elf using Sonny. Using I need to remember his name. Uh why don't I remember Sonny's name? Look up just Sonny from The Godfather. It has to count because I said the movie name. I think it should count.
Just movie name. Okay.
What's his name? Rami?
Um,
I got it.
James Caan.
Hmm?
James Caan.
James Caan. Yeah, James Caan.
James Caan.
Yeah, he's the dad now.
Yeah, I know. All right, Zoe Deschanel. 500 Days of Summer.
Well, I lost because I literally don't know who's in it.
You know who Zoe Deschanel is?
No. I know who's Odin. I
Okay.
love New Girl. I love New Girl. I don't know who else is in the movie.
What's his
Could
name?
be that like Paul Rudd is in or something. I don't
No. Here, I can do Zoe Deschanel.
think I've seen a single Zoe Deschanel movie.
I know one you know. Marv, that you haven't seen that you want to see. Her and someone else.
Merv.
Recently, but you haven't seen with a dog, her, and an act
Oh,
that you like. This is I'm heard you talk about this movie at one point, so that's why or Merv, yeah, Merv, MERV. I haven't
an
seen it.
actor I like.
Yeah, you were like, oh, this new blank movie.
Probably should have seen it. Okay.
Yeah,
An actor I like. Wait. Okay. So hold on.
you know him mainly from TV, from a TV show, and you said he's in a movie.
Josh Radnor.
It's Charlie Cox.
Okay.
You told me you're like, oh, I really want to see this Charlie Cox movie with a dog.
I could have went
You
lower.
remember?
Yeah, no, I do. I do. I do.
Anyway, all right, we should wrap it up. I think
That's brutal. I could have had the win early, and I just let it keep going.
those are some good movies. I can't believe I forgot people that were in Goodfellas.
I love that you used Duval. That was good.
I gotta rewatch Goodfellas. It's been a few years, and I've only
Great
seen it
movie.
once. And I liked it. I liked it, but I think I broke it up into pieces, so I didn't like it as much as other people. Like I didn't love it, love it, love it. So I definitely deserves a rewatch from me. Anyway, this has been fun.
It has
What?
been fun. Are you seeing The Godfather? Is that in your plans?
I have to watch it. Yeah, Godfather's like a must watch for me. And I have a while ago I started it. I just never got around to finishing it. So that's like one of the biggest ones that yeah, what are like the biggest
You
movies?
started The Godfather and
I know. I don't know. Idiot. What are like the biggest movies you haven't seen? Like I have to watch The Godfather, Godfather 2, obviously. We mentioned Apocalypse Now. That's a huge one that I have to see. I've never seen like um Gone with the Wind. That's one that I definitely have to see. Um I really am due to rewatch Shawshank because I haven't watched Shawshank in probably 10 years. And I remember bits and pieces about it. And I'm not sure how much I remember it from watching it or from just like pop culture, you know? So I'm really due for a Shawshank rewatch. I don't know. What's like the biggest movie you haven't seen?
probably Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, you
I,
would love
I
Silence of the
know,
Lambs.
I know,
So
and
good.
Aaron and my mom and yeah, no, no, I know. But what? I guess is it more creepy than scary in terms of
Yeah, it's more of
dark,
a psychological thriller.
which I do like. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't seen like Airplane.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
you
good
gotta
one.
see. I love Airplane. That's in
Yeah.
my top
Yeah, yeah,
20.
yeah.
I love Airplane.
You know, I'm not like the biggest comedy person, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
True. But it's so
Um,
like. Do you know if you like that kind of humor? Do you know?
like
Have
I
you
like
seen
Naked
Naked
Gun.
Gun?
Yeah, I like Naked Gun.
So it's the same kind of same kind of humor.
I watched Naked Gun 2 before I watched The Naked Gun before I watched Naked Gun, and then I
Yep.
went back and we talked about this because I said
Yep.
I liked The Naked Gun better.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I saw it in the theater though, and we're
Maybe.
laughing
Need your
really hard.
experience.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what other's like a big one that I haven't seen? I don't know. There's a ton.
I
There's
gotta see.
always movies. You got to see Fargo, dude. Fargo's incredible. I haven't seen Gravity. That's one that I've been thinking about lately. You know, Gravity, Sandra Bullock and
Yeah.
Clooney.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, that's one I got to see. Anyway, this has been fun. Noah, thanks for chatting with me. All things film and television. I'll say our thing in a second, but quickly follow us on all the things social media. If you are even one of the three people still here, I think we're two of them.
Don't worry, we're gonna have one short video where we are yelling at each other and someone yells at the top of their lungs and then it goes viral just like the escape
Yeah,
pod.
because that's us.
So us.
Because we scream and yell at each other
Maybe if you're in person. Maybe if you're in
sometimes.
probably I
Or
like
like, I don't know. Anyway, this has been fun. We're talking all things film and television in real
that.
time.